Is it? You think it's recorded? It's recorded three channels.
You see, it's actually supposed to record each individual channel on its ones, but it's not doing that at the moment. So
Still figuring it out.
try. See what we're gonna do.
Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to WYHAPOD podcast. It's your boy KD.
King Grooves.
No,
What is? We're doing the podcast. Get off your phones.
1 second.
Get off your phones, lads. Boys, did you ever get your phone taken off you in school?
Oh, bro.
Oh, man.
Bro, there was a. I played my teacher once. I didn't like this woman.
Yeah.
English and Irish teacher. Yeah. So in school they were doing like one of them talks, and they gave us a paper phone. Like a
Paper phone, yeah.
Yeah. Folded in half, and I was just like.
What? Say that again?
They were doing a talk in school,
Yeah.
and they gave us a paper phone. Like it's just a piece of paper it looks like a phone.
Never had that.
And then it was like, oh, contact this number if you're not feeling too great, blah, 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 blah. So when I got back to the Irish class, and I was just like,
On the paper
on
phone?
the paper phone. She goes, Tommy, bring that phone over here now. I was like, miss, you don't want me to do that.
No, if I go back in time, I'll just batter a lot of teachers.
Oh, hands down.
Because a lot of teachers is when they come to school that they have authority. When they're home, they don't have authority.
Bro,
Get slapped over your missus.
bro, you know, there was one teacher, yeah. There's one teacher. His name was, he was a principal's son. He,
Wait, a teacher was the principal's son.
yeah. But he was a substitute.
Nepotism.
Yeah, he
Bro,
was,
talk about nepotism.
he was a substitute teacher. But the way this guy just walked alone, yeah. You know he's a principal's son.
You think you ran the place, really?
He didn't try to teach anybody. He just started calling people out outside, and you can't argue with him because his miscoined son.
I remember one time I beat some principal's son.
Wait,
What?
I beat him.
wait. You say you beat up the principal's son?
What? No, talk us through that still.
All them nicks in the school that would just snitch on you for every little thing. No. Teacher, you forgot to.
Oh, yeah. He deserves it.
You didn't check it.
100.
From that day on, he did not mention homework again.
But I feel like it's important to, even when we have kids, yeah, it's important to tell your child, like, don't be a neek.
Don't be that guy.
Like,
Don't be foolish.
now, bro, if my son is exhibiting neaky behavior from young, I'm beating you up
Big
in the
trouble.
house.
Big trouble.
Bro, like,
If I see my son and he's always alone. Like when I pick him up from school and you're always alone.
no friends?
And imagine now
You're being mean now. You're being mean.
You're being mean.
No.
Yeah,
There's guys that are alone and have glasses. Come on, bro.
you guys are serial killers. When I pick you up from school, like, you must be gisting with your friends.
Bro.
You must be.
Bro, you have to,
Even from preschool, you must be gisting with your
bro,
friends.
what's all that about?
But think about it. Like, how are you? Because your child's probably going to be like you when you're it's going to be like you when you were a kid. You know. So like I was
Not every time.
I was shy when I was a kid. I was very
Like,
shy.
From what age to what age?
I caught once I moved to Tyler. But I lived in Tyler first. And I think we went out to I was in Kildare for a bit. We always had a house in.
You were there.
I was in Kildare for a little bit, yeah.
You have 2% Nicky.
Yeah, bro.
I was there for like a year or two, and then we came back. I was in Lucan for a bit, and I was shy, bro. I was shy, and then I moved back to Tyler, and then everything changed.
See, I think, like, in school, even in secondary and primary school, like, I was always that person that, like, I had my group of friends, but then I could go to the cool people. I could speak to anyone in the class. So
You were a mover.
yeah, I was able to move. I was able to float. So I didn't really have a problem doing that. Do you get me?
So you can speak to the Nicks as well?
Of course, no.
Bro, that's my special power. I speak to these.
The Neeks will help you with the answers you didn't understand. You don't get it.
Not in primary school and secondary school.
Secondary school, yes. Primary school, no.
I'm also in college, bro.
Nah.
Also in
Nah.
college, you have to be nice to them.
I'm going shop. Do you want anything? You know that one.
I'm off the shops. Coffee. Do you need a coffee? But yeah, no, it's I think it's important. Even I was talking to Swedi the other day, and I was saying, I would tell my kids, befriend that. Oh my God, why is she so racist? But
Yeah, don't say that. Don't say it out loud.
There's a specific
Group of
group
people.
of people from Asia.
Oh my God.
Just
Oh, yeah.
chill with them.
Especially when it comes to maths.
What?
Oh my
Science.
God.
Chill.
What?
Chill.
Them, man.
Chill with him.
No, not you. Study with them.
Yeah,
Study with him.
Study with them.
Listen. When you go to shop, buy them that whatever they want. I was
Bro,
about to say
I
something
will
bad.
give you extra pocket money. Buy that for him.
See, this €2 for him.
For him.
This €5 for you.
Those men are serious when it comes to school. Though.
What?
Oh yeah.
No, because I just think about it. If I was if I could go back again, I know what to do.
Oh, easy.
I know who my friends group are.
I wouldn't go to my secondary school.
What, you were the only black guy there, isn't it?
I was one of two. You know when I actually
Wait, real quick, have you ever met that other black guy again since school?
no. So it's probably a figure of my imagination. That nigga wasn't real. No, so when I got in here, there was like 5 to 6 niggas in sixth year.
Yeah.
And you know, there's you're not talking to a sixth year as a first year when you first get in.
Yeah.
So they left the year after second year. From second year till I got to fifth, there's only 2 of us. When I got to 50, there was just one black guy. And bro, I didn't want any association at all. And the fellow walking and goes, "Yeah, my name is Lakin." I was like, and I didn't cop for ages. And then one day I just saw his name. I said Lakin. He was there. He was literally there for half a year.
Do you know those ones that are in school? Yeah, like those just black guys in school that just didn't want to be associated with.
I think those are coons.
They have the comb over.
Yeah.
Come over.
No, I relax my hair as well though.
Some of you might know who you are because you still watch us, but cool.
Yeah, no, I think those are the worst type of black people.
The worst.
They're the worst type of black people.
What's the worst type of black people?
No, the coon, bro.
A black person that hates himself in other people.
Think about the coon. Think about the coon, yeah. He acts more racist than white people to you.
Yeah.
That's mad.
He hates his skin.
The thing that was always funny to me is like, bro, when it comes down to it, of your own friendship group, who do you think they will kick out? And then you're like,
They don't even like you.
bro, they are tolerating you. You're the token black person.
Kick Andrew out of the panel. They kicked him out.
Yeah.
What, the kick Andy?
Yeah.
Sent him packing.
What, PD?
Yeah.
Yeah. PD Angie.
Yeah. Kick
That's good, though, fair play.
What makes you think? Was the queen covering it up?
I was gonna
Hey,
say,
we're
of
going to
course.
speak on my aunt like that, bro.
Your aunt.
On your aunt. You're the coon. You're the coon.
Wait, guys, did you man see that black woman when the king came to the like, it was one of the kitchens, like a community center, and this Nigerian woman she was on her knees. She went on her knees. Yeah, he thought, bro, what?
And he's probably just like thinking, yeah,
You see the queen?
no one.
We still have power over them.
No, it's like no one that will colonize you lot.
That people are too nice. That's too nice. That's how when the Portuguese came to Congo. You know, let me educate you guys. For a second.
Guys, you know they might take this off if it's false information, but just continue.
I know it's facts. It's facts.
Yeah.
It's facts. I was watching a documentary during the week on it.
Oh, okay.
Portuguese, they came, and you know, Christopher Columbus was not the first person to sail.
So you said Christopher Columbus isn't the first one to invade?
No, not invade, to sail. What simply sail again?
One of them,
To
anyway.
sail, sail.
How many seas
It was
are
a
there?
Black.
7
70. Yeah. I don't even know that's the answer, but that sounds familiar to me.
seas.
Seas, yeah.
Atlantic Ocean,
Specific.
Pacific.
No, Pacific.
You said specific.
I know. I just wanted to catch him out.
All right.
Pacific, Baltic, I believe.
What?
Baltic Ocean. I believe.
Is that an Arctic Ocean?
No, it's no, you're trying shit.
Black Sea?
Red Sea,
Oceania?
Oceanic,
Oceanic.
and River Nile. No, that's
That's a river, bro.
So Arctic, North Atlantic, South Atlantic, North Pacific, South Pacific, Indian,
Indian Ocean.
and then the southern
Indian Ocean.
and then the southern
there's
oceans.
nothing as Baltic, no.
No. Yeah, there's probably the Baltic Sea, but I don't know what the difference between I don't know what the difference between sea and the ocean. Yeah, anyway, go. He said one of the surfers.
Yeah, it was a black guy called Al Marinco or something like that. Anyways, but the Congo and Portuguese thing. The Portuguese came to Congo, made Congo, but they planned it to be as friends. So the Congolese, they accepted them. They said,
That's how they do.
Let's live together. Let's be friends.
Yeah.
Because they brought Christianity to the Congo. So you know in Christianity, they say love thy neighbor.
Yeah,
and love themselves. But
yeah.
the Portuguese, they twisted it. just they knew that their end was to
colonize them.
These emperor back then said, "Oh, you're my brother." So they lived in harmony for a good few months or something, and then the Portuguese showed their real face. They showed their real face and they conquered them. That's why I say black people are
They're too nice.
Shall I tell you what I think about colonialism?
Colonialism.
Although it was horrible, I think, but that was the way of the.
that's happening.
That's the way of the world. That's the way of life.
Working. Not the Africans were in harmony and peace. Well, they were even at war with each other as well.
They were like, and it was called tribalism.
Exactly. But I think there was this idea of the power of conquering different thing. When you say the Portuguese came to Congo, for example, and then they were acting nice maybe, but the plan all along was to like. That's what, like, for me, that's what it looked like. That's what, like, it makes sense if you're a power like that to do something like that. Do you know what I mean? There wasn't, because here's the thing. I think we look at colonialism from 2022 standpoint. Do you know what I mean? It's 200.
You reckon if it was black people doing it, we wouldn't have an issue with it?
No. We would just say that was the way of the world back then. You wouldn't even say black power. You just say that's the way of the world back then. Now, racism and all those things are very, very, like, they have a part to play, but I'm saying that wasn't the view of the world back then.
Okay, do you think they took it too far?
Power.
Fair enough, you conquered the place, but now to make the people slaves to you.
I think
power is always going to be, and there was slavery in Africa before.
Slavery has always existed. Slavery has always existed.
We're saying was normal back.
I think the idea of slavery is not a new concept. Do you get me?
Is it normal?
What would you define as normal? Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Because what's normal to you might not be normal.
Yeah, no, because like, look, there's
Because back then, everyone had slaves. Like do you know,
The Israelites.
yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you look at the Bible, there was, like, slavery was a thing. Like, it wasn't even it's not even a crazy concept back then. But now it's
even
to say you have a slave is brazy.
even indentured servitude is slavery of sorts. Indentured servitude, whereby like I'll work under you as your slave for a fixed period of time to get something out of it. Do you get what I'm trying to say? There was a time in history where that was a thing. It's like, oh, I'll go into slavery for a period of time. I'm probably trying out my Irish right now. But listen,
Nothing we say here is
listen. I'll go into slavery for a period of time. Like, obviously the treatment is not like you're not getting whipped and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But I think where it goes too far is the fact that it's impacting people's lives now.
Yeah, no,
Till today.
and that's what I'm saying. The worldview that we have today is completely completely different from 500 years ago.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But at the same time, it has, as you said, it has an impact on us today. Especially if you look at African Americans and even just how.
And I think even the biggest damage to slavery isn't actually the physical acts themselves.
Psychological, yeah.
It's a psychological act. There are people in the world that hold on to the idea that they are better than another group of people simply because of the skin color. But that's an idea that's been perpetuated for hundreds of years, through generation upon generation.
Some black people still have that mentality.
That there's inferior to white people? Yes.
No, not inferior, but that victim mentality.
Yeah, but I think that's as a result of.
Yeah, and that's a psychological. I don't even think the black people want to have a demon. Yeah, but they may not be aware. Bro, like, an idea of even the big victim mentality is seeing the way our parents get treated in work and not even stand up for themselves, even though they have rights. You have rights. Why don't you stand up for yourself?
But when our
Do
parents,
you get what I'm trying to say? That's an idea of it.
Take it too far with the victim thing.
Yeah, but like you have experiences that's taught you that I'm not going to live my life that way. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
no, I understand what you're saying though. Like,
no, and I do hear it.
There's an element of, for example, when you think about
like that woman that was bound down to the king.
yeah, but that's
what you want.
Bow down to the king.
But everyone was shaking his hand. Yeah, doing hey, sir, on your knee, relax. But that's a victim mentality.
I also think it's just I can guarantee that woman was most likely Nigerian. I think it's probably Yemi.
Oh, yeah.
But like the reason I'm saying that is because they also do that to the pastors. They also do that to the geo of the church. Like, so,
that whole
so it's very. I don't know if I'll probably attribute it to Western Africa, but I don't know. Maybe it's that type of thing where we're very, especially Nigeria, very, very to authority.
I think that's the thing. People don't even understand how much like not particularly authority, but like the whole idea of respect to your elder. It's baked into the language.
Yeah.
Do you get me? How you speak to people in itself. You speak O or eh.
Yeah.
If you say eh to someone, your speech in itself is like esa.
Yeah.
Or like sure, okay.
Yeah,
or shewa, okay.
Yeah, shewa or
showa. Two different things.
My mom told me, I didn't know. I was like, showa part to my mom. She said, David, you don't use O for elders. You use for elders.
And like, bro, if you deep it, if you deep the fact that the language in itself has like respect and respecting your elder baked in, then obviously that's gonna bleed into every other thing that Nigerians
go
do.
back to that victim thing. Yeah, I think when you, for example, I think it was last night. I was yesterday or the day before. I was driving. You know when you're driving in an estate and then obviously there's cars on the side, so someone has to stop for you to be able to go through. Yeah. So obviously, I seen somebody go before me. So I'm behind the car and somebody's waiting for us to pass. And so the guy's like obviously giving the when you're driving, and the other guy, the guy that was waiting just goes, no problem. I've gone and I've said thing, and he's like, give me this type of look.
Yeah.
And it's gone. I was just like, immediately, first reaction is racism. Yeah? Because I'm black.
Yeah.
Because I'm black. But then I looked, I started thinking about it like, David, did you just like immediately just attribute that to racism? And then I said to myself, I was having a conversation with myself and I said, yo, but this has happened too many times for this to be a coincidence. Do you know what I mean? So that it gives you that mindset that even if it happens, even though it's not racism, it may not be racism, it gives you that mentality that everyone's against you because this happened too many times.
The frequency of those experiences.
Exactly. The reason a white person would look at you and be like, bro, that's so minuscule. Why would you attribute that to racism?
This is my 300th time in 6 months.
Exactly.
Like, you can't now tell me that because what you're saying to, and that's why I feel like the conversation, on the other hand, that's why a lot of black people get so irritated, and maybe they can't articulate this well. But when a white person belittles one event, what you're saying to me is this one event plus the others I felt mean nothing.
Yeah. Although that's what I'm saying. Although this particular event may not have been that thing that we attributed to.
But it looks too similar.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, for example, I've been in situations where I think I've played a race card, and no, that person is just a negative person. He doesn't care if you're black or white.
Yeah.
He hates people. He hates life. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you just attribute it to racism because it's happened so many times. That's why I think there isn't a balance of, hey, I'm rightfully so, I'm a victim here, and I don't know when to separate the two. Do you know what I mean? There's no distinct place there. So it's like it's awkward. I do feel like sometimes I see stuff and I'm like, oh, you're playing it. This is the easy out. You know, you didn't study for your exams and you just thought that the examiner saw your second name and said, I'm going to make this person fail.
Yeah, I think.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think all of us can tell.
Some jobs, I'm just not qualified for that.
All of us can tell when you're pulling a race card. Yeah. Come off that now. Come on.
A guy coming out to you and you shout immediately, is it because I'm black?
Yeah. No, it's not. No, maybe because you didn't.
This one that when a guy gets a profile of somebody, say it's a black man in the area where it's in, if the guy comes up to you, it depends on how the guy comes up to you as well. If he comes up to you in an aggressive way, but he's just going off a profile that he has, and you fit that profile
perfectly.
You fit it. So don't say
tall black male, tech fleece, hat, and there's 15 of you. But we see, the problem with that is like, I feel like most people wouldn't have an issue. No, actually, no. People would have an issue being profiled that often. Do you get me? But I think the approach is always what makes it worse.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. And you're right. Like, half of the time, they're not approaching you because, as far as they're concerned, you look like the person has done a crime. So they're going to treat you as such.
Okay. This goes into, I don't want to go into too much police here. But if you think about, I know somebody who had a car that was previously had previously been stopped because of drug possession, right? The person was a drug dealer that owned the car before.
And he bought
this
off a
person.
drug
And
dealer.
He bought it off a drug dealer.
Okay.
It gets stopped all the time. And it gets stopped with some sort of some sort of never dragged out of the car, but just always kind of search.
Yeah.
Because it's come up on their radar as
This is a drug car.
it's a drug car. It's just your license plate.
Unfortunately, you bought the wrong car.
Now I think personally,
You did.
although I'll be frustrated all the time, I'm really looking at my own decision to buy it off. I know this was a drug dealer.
And if
Yeah, new car.
but if the guy that told you, yeah, this was one stopped for drugs or found drugs in this car, sell the bitch.
Yeah.
Like
Well, think about it. For my car, I got it off someone who was really. If
John.
John got his car, no, but John's car was calm and rarely ever gets stopped. That's a lie. But
Yeah, some of the stories that we've heard of.
should I tell you what?
Oh.
John gets stopped because they run his plate and they see certain things that have not been paid for. That's all it is. That's all it is. John doesn't get stopped because John has never been searched. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
His car's never been searched.
Yeah.
But for and that's because of the person John bought the car off. It's
calm.
It's calm.
It's calm.
But legit stuff. But if you buy for example, your car is no one's gonna. You're not gonna
Dealership.
randomly get
Dealership
pulled
job,
over.
yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because even if they pull behind you, and the reason John always gets stopped as well is actually because he did a crazy turn. He didn't go around the roundabout properly. Yeah, he took a shortcut. So of course.
You can't now come out and say, is it because I'm black that you stop me?
Yeah.
No, you committed an offense.
and I know it. I knew the offense I committed.
Especially during Black Lives Matter, there was so many stupid people saying, is it because I'm black?
Really?
You did something wrong.
Yeah.
Imagine a drug dealer gets stopped now and say because I'm black. Oh, you deal drugs, bro.
No, but even drug dealers know that it's not, they don't even they play the race card just for for aesthetic.
No, they played the race card because you know what? This is the only thing I've left.
Yeah. I'll try it. I'll
It's
try
like,
it.
you got me, but this is the only thing I've left. It's because I'm in black.
Like racism is real, but some people take the piss.
Yeah, no, especially because personally, I can only speak from personal, experiences. Although I have seen the opposite, so I'm not disregarding both sides.
Like you've seen actual racism as well.
Yes,
Okay,
I have
okay,
seen
okay,
it from the guardian, from authorities. I've seen that personally, but personally for me, in terms of my own interactions with the police, because I'm not into drugs, because I'm not into fraud, because I'm not into any illegal activity.
There's a confidence you can move through life with.
When they come to me, they've never come to me with any type of vim.
Energy like
I've
that.
never been involved in that side of things.
Yeah.
And when they ask me a question, I respond to them responsively,
Respectfully.
respectively. Yeah, you're right. I just kind of yes. Sir. Most time I'm scared. I'll be honest. Most time I'm scared. But
I think one thing that isn't discussed enough as well is just I feel like your conduct with authority as well sometimes makes a world of difference.
Remember when we got pulled over
Bro,
after the war?
we were lovely to the guards.
yeah.
And I know the guy, that male guy was
He was on Veeam.
I was saying, no, it's all right.
Yeah.
Like we were.
What would gain you?
What would you gain?
What would you gain?
What would gain you? What would gain you?
What
bro?
would gain
What
you?
would you gain being cheeky back?
Like so, what happened was we knew what we were doing. I will put the blame on myself as well because the light was orange and it'd been orange for a while. I said,
You're not making it.
No, I said, floor it.
Yeah, volley.
So, bro, he said,
No, I've been flowing this. I like.
No, this nigga.
no, because I said floor it. He said I was already doing that.
Because remember, I like.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like I was going through red lights. It was amber.
Yeah, so we went through like 3 ambers in a row.
Like when just I passed the line,
Just
turned red.
sorry, just real quick. This is Freddie, right?
Yeah, Freddie.
Frederick.
No, so what happened was we just went past the amber and it just turned red.
Yeah.
And then, but as we went by, I just looked like this. I just saw the van. I said, "Fuck."
And Van
No, I was like, I got it.
Yeah.
and they
they
didn't
just-
have the lights on already.
No, they didn't.
Like they pulled up behind me and they just turned on the lights.
Yeah, turn on the lights. We just stopped.
How quickly they pull up the lights?
Bro, within 30 seconds we had stopped.
Even less.
Yeah.
Even less.
We did like within 15 to 30 seconds we had stopped. All right, just waiting.
Okay.
Yeah. And then
Okay.
and then Freddie gave Michael his wallet.
But thankfully,
Wise.
But thankfully,
there was
if for last-
no, it gave him. But thankfully, there was
Full license driver in the back.
Benjamin at the back.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I gave them. Frederick gave. I see how hard it is. Frederick gave them his wallet.
Yeah.
License, and then Benjamin gave
Them his license.
picture of it, and they now went. They spent like 5 minutes.
Yeah. So the woman came up and she goes, lads, like he's went over red. And he goes, oh.
And I said, nah.
No. I was like, and me too. I know did. No, it was Amber. I was like, it was Amber. I promise. Like, I goes, have you been drinking? I was like, oh, I have, but he's not. He's grand. Like, he doesn't drink.
Did they breathalyze Freddy?
No, like that. I was like, nah, he doesn't drink. Like, I had like one or two. I didn't have one or two.
Yeah, good for you, mate. Yeah.
The male guy came up and said, if you're going to the speed limit, you wouldn't have to car. Like, you know that, yeah? I was going to the speed limit.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure you were. And then they went back to the van and they were doing, because I have my entity, contacts,
They were trying to find something.
You know when the guy walks in with his hand,
Yeah. With that?
Yeah, that's how the guy walked in.
No.
He was on
guy that
smoke.
walks in like this.
So smoke.
And he looked at it, shouldn't be a head, man.
Bro.
Was he a you?
Nah,
He
just didn't look like
No. Should I tell you who he was in school? He was a neek.
like, he wasn't well.
He was a neek.
Yeah,
he was a neek.
But like I've met all sorts of different ones. You know what I mean? And John has. And some of them are cheeky. Some of them are like some of them. I was stopped. John was stopped recently. Yeah. John was boys.
Was a mad one, yeah.
Recently. Ballymount.
Yeah.
Boys.
Still wrong.
The roundabout, bro.
So you caught corners again.
I didn't call any. No. It was a checky.
All right.
It was a
Okay.
checky, bro.
Yeah.
I've seen. Do you know what's mad? Yeah, I rarely go through Ballymount. I'm usually going through the other side to get to the M50.
Yeah.
I said, you know what? I'm not gonna stick on the ways. I'm gonna slap on a nice Bally. Just gonna go that way. I went.
So the checky.
15 seconds. I saw checky, bro. I was like, oh, flip's sake. So obviously, what John does, flipping takes his wallet, flings it to the missus. You know what I mean? I ain't got that on me.
Yeah, it's a business.
I've gone to the guy now. The guy's come. He's looked at he's put his torch on my thing, bro. He's came. He said, roll down. This dude said, bro, yeah, certain thing is out. It's been out. Bear in mind, my insurance is always good. Oh, John's insurance always has to be good. Yeah. But
Some of the things
are not always in check. But he said, bro, this has been out for a while. He goes, do you have it booked? I goes, yeah, I have it booked, yeah. Just, you know, it's backlog. You know?
He goes, surely they should have cleared that point now.
He goes, bro, do you have it booked? I goes, yeah. He goes, show us the email. I've got to him. I goes, phone's dead, mate. He goes, there's no need to lie to me. And I just goes,
there is a need to lie to you, though.
No, but he just said there's no need to lie. And I just goes, do you know what? Yeah, okay. I was lying. Yeah, sorry. He goes, all right, just book it today. Just get yourself out of trouble.
See, that's a nice guy.
And see,
but that's what I'm saying. I've met a lot of people like that.
Yeah.
I've met ones that have taken me to court. Although I've been nice to them, but none of them have been unfair to me. Is what I'm trying to say to you.
Yeah.
But because I'm not involved in anything.
Some people are a stickler for the rules.
Yeah.
Do you get me? Because there's a guy in my workplace that everyone hates, but they hate him because if the rule says finish at this, you say it says finish at this. Like, like in his mind, and I could see the type of person he is. He goes, I can't compute why you want to sidestep the rules. Yeah. But then they're like everyone else that says, don't worry about that. Yeah. So some of the guys you've met, they're just like, the rule book says if you don't have your insurance, I take your car. So I'm just going to take your car. That's what I'm supposed to do. Yeah. Like, he's a cunt. It's not really. He's doing his job.
He is.
Huh?
Now this is.
About to take someone's car, you're being a cunt, man.
I know. I understand it. Like not that I understand it. Like I would feel so hard on if I had my insurance and you took my car.
Yeah. You didn't do your.
I didn't do my own due diligence.
That's what I'm saying.
But that's a stretch. Take this over.
Think about this. Although I think I'm only giving you David's experience. I've also seen the flip side.
Yeah.
I've seen the flip side where these men are racing. Yeah. I'm saying David, for his own experience, I've never experienced that to that level though.
But you were talking about last week.
Oh, I've seen it.
You were talking about last week the Karen that calls the
exactly. Do you know what I mean? And rightfully so, they pull up because they see somewhat
Suspicious
activity in a area which is not usually
Yeah.
known for that.
But ask your questions and dip.
And
And it makes sense for them to show up so quickly.
yeah.
It's the area now.
Yo,
Yeah.
I think I was listening to HC Pod, and I think it was an episode where we were saying money protects money.
100.
100%.
And I hear it.
100.
I hear it.
100.
You know when you think about like these rich people, and if a Fed is gonna come up like within seconds, it's because there's an incentive to come up quickly, bro.
Bro, these man take care of us still.
We take care of that.
And I feel like those are the little things that people do. Like, you know, when it comes to like building relationships, meeting up with people and all that kind of thing, or even protecting your environment. Bro, some of these environments, they will just walk around, gather out 10 euro, they'll buy a hamper, send it to the police station. What?
Bro.
Where did I come from? What estate is that? Bro, prioritize them calls immediately.
Quickly.
Bro,
I reckon the guy that take bribes.
yeah.
In Ireland.
Stop.
Bro, after knowing that these man plant stuff,
Stop, man.
I'm not
Like,
really.
imagine they're a checkpoint and one like millionaire, they're checking them out, and the millionaire doesn't have something on his car and it just says, like, God or something.
Yeah. If I was the guy that take it.
Yeah.
You reckon they're taking it?
Like, I can't be a police officer because I will break every single rule. I don't care.
Imagine see one of your own boys. Oh, bro.
No, bro. Imagine doing a drug bust and you're seeing mountains of cash. You're telling me I can just grab. You're telling me you know if 2 words are missing? No, you won't.
Yeah.
Stick it in my pocket.
So some of them, yeah, that's true. That's true.
Stick it in my pocket. I'm telling you, that's what I will do.
Some think like okay, the one I just told you about that stopped me there at the checky. His other partner was dealing with somebody.
Yeah.
Pulled it to the side.
Yeah.
He said, "If this is another guy, that you'll be done."
Yeah.
So some of them, it actually goes back to the thing you were saying earlier. Some of them are just by the rules. Hey, listen, they'll see 20K in a bust, and that whole 20K will be given. Another person will say, it's 18K that we saw here.
It's 18K. It's 18.
Before anybody comes to the scene, they'll put it in their boots.
Bro, did you man listen to 90s Baby when they had
Oh, the black guy.
yeah, the black police officer. So
I haven't heard it, no.
what's the girl's name? They had no, sorry. They had these 2 American girls on.
B. Simone.
Yeah, so B. Simone said she was in a taxi and she was talking to a former police officer that is now just driving Uber, just an Uber driver. And she said that like they went to a drug bust. It's big 6 figures. Checked the report the next day. Like 80K. And then his boss calls him in, like whoever the boss of the police station is, calls him, slides him over 30 grand. Says take that. I said, take it. If you don't want to take it, that's fine. But like, don't expect us to watch your back when we go out.
Jeez.
That's basically saying that we're gonna kill you.
Bro.
See, listen. Not to say there's no crazy stuff that goes on in Dublin. I know there is. But you see the UK and America,
Different.
their own level.
Different gravy. No.
America is different from UK.
Yeah.
America's thing is different, bro. America's thing is so different.
No, because even here, yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, I've been exposed to certain people, like not like niggas. I mean, like white people that I'm like he goes, Tommy, mad shit happens here. Like, like to the level of America. Like, just hear about certain estates and the money that moves between these estates, unaccounted for, cash.
Mad.
On cash. But you be seeing all these. But I remember seeing this one guy one day, bro. No, older than 17. Decked out.
Oh, bro. See these youths in Dublin right now.
Bro, and I'm like, I know what you're about. He's pulling in 3 grand a week. Easy. Bro, don't tell me you haven't been to Brown Thomas. And then you just see one of Starry boys, yeah? Can I get them chats there?
Them chats.
How much? 2 grand, yeah? I don't really know about.
And they put. Bro, I used to work in Foot Locker.
Just counting cash.
Bro, I used to work in Foot Locker, yeah. And we got like a dead flipping commission. I'm not going to talk about Foot Locker because they might sponsor soon, but but you know, we got a commission. I think it was like 1%. It was whatever. It was rubbish, anyways. But obviously, 1% with a lot's being spent is more than a €100 shoe. You know what I'm saying? So every time I saw a fella come in with a tracksuit and flipping, what do you call those phones? Burner.
Bro.
Hi, Starry brother, you alright? He's like, yeah, he's got, especially Christmas time.
Yeah,
he's
what's
get,
your
he's
name?
getting his whole family, pair of shoes, jackets, the whole shebang. And I'm happy to get him anything he wants because I know he's. And then, but I get to the counter. This guy's pulling out easily. This is normal, dude. He's wearing a full tracksuit.
Yeah.
He's pulling out. Oh, how much that? 6. Right. No more 600 euros.
Yeah.
And he has like thousands left. He just get how that take 50 for yourself. Like some of these
Literally.
what?
Bro, I would never, bro. You know, €50 now is not that much money.
It's not much money.
Yeah.
It's not much.
But like,
Money is decreasing in value.
I know, but think back to €50 in 2000 and what was €50 like in like when were we in secondary school?
That's because we're all making money like that.
Mumsy said take 50 your good pennies. I walked into town like I was the boss.
Bro, but no, what I'm saying is now imagine every day you come to school with a fresh €50 note
Every day.
from first year,
Bro.
bro. I remember, and then I now overheard he got his house got raided, and the guy was like, oh, you got a lot of clothes for something that doesn't work. It's just presents, pal.
You know some of these excuses, yeah.
Bro.
Like, listen, you can't argue with it.
Bro,
Yeah.
it's just presents.
I'm
pal.
loved. Nah, anyways,
How's the year? Let's talk about the
talk
year.
about the year, boys. What okay, let's talk from podcast point of view then. First.
For us, yeah.
Yeah, for us. How would you evaluate compared to what we did last year and how last year looked? How would we evaluate this year?
This year we managed to do 2 live shows.
The first one was not even, we didn't want to do it.
Yeah.
Impromptu.
Yeah, it was literally impromptu, and I feel like that kicked us into gear. Like we're just like, oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
I guess we can actually do this now. Yeah. Yeah. Two, and then we did another one, which was alright. Still, you know.
Yeah.
Just pretty sick. I'm not gonna lie.
I said it was alright. What says alright? Like it was just alright. That was
sick.
cold. That was cold.
I think the trip to UK was so much better this time than last time.
Why did you say that?
I think we're better at talking. And then, yeah, we just had a sick lineup, boys. We had a sick lineup.
That was cold. I think for me as well. I think because we did, for example, nothing really. I would say in 2022, I guess just the quality of
Increased.
I guess everything just
Everything,
increased.
yeah.
I think that's one thing I always look to see at the end of the year, like how we ended up off last year, which was good compared to how we ended up the first year.
Yeah.
But then you're looking at the end of this year, you're like, okay, listen, we had the guest quality went up. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The-
Even in Ireland.
yeah,
Like,
of course. You know what I mean? I'm not. This is not to say like the guests that we had before were like rubbish. Some of them like went crazy viral and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? But I'm saying when you're trying to have a conversation, sit down in a room and have a good conversation. I think some of the quality of the guests, especially Ireland and UK, they were really good. You know,
Yeah.
of course there was still some one or two ones that we didn't necessarily love, but at the same time, you know, you're gonna have that every time. Do you know what I mean? So I think even just the quality of how the pod looks, you know, then we added a new element, which is just the live show, which is something that
And it was something that we had no experience in. Didn't have a clue going in.
Yeah.
And I think also the network around us really helped us with that as well. Just like, yo, you man got this stuff. Like, is
Yeah.
it'd be like
We
work
had
for
people
you.
telling us like, yo, why the hell are you not doing it? Like,
Yeah.
we were like, okay, right,
I
cool.
guess so. Live show next week.
yeah. Bro. And I think yeah, overall I think I look back at the pod and I'm like, you know what? Upwards, I think there's still a lot to still do. There's a lot.
Always.
Things are bubbling.
Mhm.
Love that, bro.
Yeah.
It was that what coffee brewing
It's brewing, bro.
Yeah, brewing.
and it'll soon come to light.
I think, should I tell you what has happened? I feel like with every kind of like personal ceiling we broke for ourselves,
Second?
with every ceiling we broke, with every height we reached, we're just like, we'd climb it and we're like, oh shit, there's actually a lot more to be done.
There's way more. There's
Did
way
you
more
get
when
me?
you break. Yeah, when you you finally got your 1,000 on on YouTube, you realize, even if you monetize, that money is
It's not
dog.
money. It's not.
So you have to get a certain level of
Yeah,
thing. You have to get a certain level of views.
bro. Then you start understanding all these things, fam.
There was a lot, and then you do live shows and you realize that's cool. What there's more than this.
I think how can we not
How can we
spend money?
do it? Yeah. How do we scale it?
Yeah,
Did you get me?
Yeah.
How do we get from it to 3 Arena?
yeah.
Literally, those are the
how do you do
conversations
that?
now.
Yeah,
Because
exactly.
like before we did a live show, I didn't know that. Like I knew that people did it, but like I didn't pay much attention to people in Ireland. And then we started doing a live show, and then we were seeing Talking Bollocks doing madness with the place. And then after we started talking about wait, there's bigger.
Yeah.
And then we now see 2 journeys. 3 Arena. I said,
Because 2 Johnnies, man. we have to get
big
you one set.
ups, big ups. Nah, but like it's yeah.
No, but it's like there's heights, and I'm okay saying it. In terms of black podcasts in Ireland, yeah, we're probably up there. And that's not even on an arrogant, prideful thing. It's just it is the truth.
Yeah.
But that's not our resting point. Like,
At all.
like that's kind of if there's another black Irish podcast that overtakes us, that's great. Our view isn't that's class. It's
class, that's legal.
There's 2 things. It's not even to be the best black Irish. We are striving to be the best, and that's not like we're trying to take over everybody else. No. We're trying to be up there in the same conversations as the 2 Johnnies. Like, have these conversations not only in Ireland, have these conversations in the UK.
Yeah.
Why can't
when you mention podcasts that come out of Ireland,
Yeah.
we want to be in that conversation.
that conversation, not black podcasts that come out. No, just a podcast. You know what I mean? So there is so much more that I think is available to us, and our minds have opened up to a world of different things. At the same time, we also realize or recognize that we're opening the door for our community to be able to hop into a studio, get onto a mic, and have chats, or do some content and be exposed to the world by it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That is something that we also realize that we've been able to do. We don't take that for granted, bro. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
And that's something that you even next year, by us doing some live shows, there's other podcasts that will start doing live shows, and there'll be a whole culture of people flipping doing live shows.
Yeah.
People doing podcasts, because there's a massive market for like a female podcast
Yeah.
to pop off in Ireland.
Yeah.
How many of them are there? Like I know of Get the Gist.
Get the gist.
Roz
Is up
and
now. There's Matter of Opinion.
My opinion.
on
Yeah.
Culture Shop. Big ups to them. Big ups to Get the Gist. There's one I'm working on right now.
There's
Babes on
another
Tape.
one.
They're coming out.
There's another one. I can't remember the name of it, but there's another one. Babes on Tape.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're coming out. They're not out yet. I'm working on them now. They're coming out soon. Yeah, and they're actually good. They're actually good. They have a unique dynamic together. So
Only 2 of them.
2,
Two girls. Okay.
2, yeah. But yeah, I think that there's gonna be a host of podcasts coming out soon next year, especially.
Yeah.
And I'm here for it. I'm here to see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
Okay.
Individually.
Before we get there, I was gonna say, like, let's say, what are the best events you've gone to in Ireland this year? Yeah. Because I was thinking about the Chamomile Club, yeah, and I was just like, yo, like this is in my regular scene, but this is so sick.
Yeah.
Like the scale in which that was done now, I'm just like,
Crazy.
yeah, this is actually crazy. Did you get me? And it just made me think of what the events are. We might have attended this year that I may not even remember. Like,
Yeah, I think.
But if you don't remember, then
no, I think Red's house was good.
Which one?
His 1-year anniversary.
Were we there?
the one that you played at.
Yeah, the one I was playing at. Like,
Okay.
aside from playing at, I was just like, yo, I'd actually pull up to this. Like,
Yeah.
it's one of them club nights where you're hearing the music you want to hear. It's a very different group of people, should I say,
Yeah.
than some of the other events, and it's just
Jeez.
good vibes. What?
I'm not even. I'm an event guy.
Yeah.
I'm an event guy.
Josh's thing was good as well. I heard you man were telling me.
Who's Josh?
Josh Too Funnies.
Yeah, I won't say. Yeah, it was good. It was great. I'm not gonna be like, oh, that was the best event I went to this year. Really, that's crazy that I can't think of.
What about the
event
open mic nights that
it was
Culture
good. All of
was
them, like, I'm actually trying to think of, was there events I was at that was actually really, really bad? Not really. I wasn't really at bad events. Maybe, do you have one? What came to your head?
I'm thinking.
Oh, okay, I thought something came to your head.
Yeah, I wasn't at really any bad events.
Yeah, I wasn't. Yeah.
But was I at, like, did I leave? Like, I really did, I won't lie, I really did leave Chamomile more so, like, inspired, more so, like, flipping.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I left, who, did I go to any concerts?
Well, Burna Boy was sick.
I wasn't
boys.
at those, yeah.
Burna Boy was sick. 50 Cent was fire.
Yeah, 50, yeah, that was good. Yeah, it's a vibe, yeah.
I saw Burna twice this year, and I think
Which was better?
Second one.
Second one, yeah?
Yeah. He came out to science.
Came out to what?
To science.
Oh.
And like, and then it was actually really weird.
Event.
It was actually weird seeing him not end with Ye.
Yeah.
Rightfully so.
Yeah,
Do you get what I mean?
Is that the song you always ends with?
Yeah, that's his ending song.
He ended up with...
Last.
Last,
They
yeah.
don't cast.
Yeah, that's a new big song.
Bro.
I don't know, boys. Like, Chamomile, crazy. Honorable shout outs to Open Mic.
I would be tired of them.
Honorable
The last one,
shout-outs.
I saw that UI. I was like, I wish I went.
Yeah,
to
no,
this.
it was
sick.
cool. It was definitely, like, big
Really
ups to
good.
Vision Lab and them. Yeah, the concert Cello did this thing. Longitude was cool.
Oh, Cello's launch.
Yeah.
That was cold.
I wasn't at Cello's launch.
Yeah, it was cold. That was cold. You just reminded me of it. That was cold.
Yeah.
That was cold. Did you man go to his concert?
What's his concert? Yeah.
And did you man go to officers?
No,
thing?
what's that officers? Yes. What's the one that we went that same night? Newbury. Yeah.
Was that good?
It was good. They were good. Yeah. I think there's just I think everyone did their thing this year. Like in terms of events, like it was like, you know.
Oh, like this is a good thing because that means the standard is being attained now.
Yeah. Well, I would say standard has been risen.
Well, yeah.
I don't because again, Chamomile. If you think about Chamomile, you also have to think about one. You have to think about two things. You have to think about like recency bias to some level. Although it was a brilliant show, but to some degree, and then two, you got to think about funding. Scale. Like, do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
There's a level which
They could have done all that production.
yes,
where
the
someone
production,
else could.
where if you don't have that same access, you're not able to do it. You know?
I guess, yeah.
But this doesn't take away from MJ and Abby and Moyo. Like, they have a culture. They have their hand in culture, and so that was a perfect marriage there. Do you know what I mean? But for us to be able to do those level of things, we have to have access to those type of people.
But I think as well, that's why I'm thinking of every event in respect to what it is. I'm not comparing them.
Yeah.
Do you get me? I'm just saying, like, I went to this event and I loved it. I went to this event and I loved it. Do you get what I'm trying to
What
say?
event happened like in March or
Like-
something? Because I know we're probably forgetting some early ones.
Like even during the summer, the few weeks that Black and Irish had the installation in Guinness,
Again, it's
the outdoor bar.
well, the 0207 was called.
Yeah. But it just no, I wasn't.
You didn't see Richard ever.
No. I'll fight you, man.
You talked about
Retrospective. No.
Anyway.
you didn't talk about his albums too.
No. Anyway, so the installation that Black and Irish had in Guinness, that was the night we went, or the night I went anyway, was pretty sick. Like, it was just a good vibe.
Yeah.
Catching people together. The big awards as well was pretty good.
Yeah, Big Awards is a good night. Big Awards is a good night. Yeah. I don't know. I don't even know what else.
Longitude was good.
Yeah, it was calm. Yeah, I don't know.
This fella flew back and came on the same day. Wait, was it?
Which?
This fella flew back and came to Longitude the same day.
When it's free. When it's free, why would you come?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Listen, I think it's been altogether like, yeah. If I can't think of a bad event, then I think the standard has definitely been like raised. Like, it's definitely been like, okay, yeah, people that paying attention to like the quality of the
And the
events
detail of things, yeah.
and the details. So Nah, big ups to everyone that did events. Of course, we were definitely just forgetting some great ones, which doesn't mean that it wasn't great. It's just we have bad memory.
It's at the top. Talk about like we talk about rappers and we don't talk about like male rappers. Not like film. But there's not like that female rapper out there, is there?
Female rapper Alpha
No, out there.
out there. Well, there are a few, but they just don't exist.
I don't know.
There are a few.
There's like 3.
This Celine is
Abby?
a rapper. Abby doesn't rap.
She's not a rapper. Sorry, what did I say?
So
Celine.
Celine, I haven't heard any of her music, but
She's good. She's good.
I've heard that she raps.
Because I do talk, what provoked that was like talk about rappers and we only talk about like cellos, officers. Where's this guy looking at me, man? We just talk about them guys. And yeah, they're doing bits for the scene, but like don't talk about the females. Why?
The female rapper that's actually probably doing the most for the scene is, well, not for
Denise.
the scene, but
Denise
Denise.
Charlo.
Yeah, she's doing the most, not necessarily for the scene, but she's a black female rapper who's killing it.
What would you define as doing something for the scene? Like, what's that distinction?
I think you got to be involved in the scene. Like when I say that, yeah, you think about Cello, for example, right? Cello has done things where people that are not in the scene have recognized, but people in the scene have also recognized it. Do you understand? Where Denise, I think her thing is outside the scene. Everyone has recognized it. Everyone knows outside the scene. Yeah, but ask the random guy from flipping Maculium. Do you know Denise Charlo? Tell you what's that?
But the random guy from Maculium, even if he knew, he couldn't relate to it.
No, that's what I'm saying. No, but if
Even to our music, you don't, like what does she speak about?
I know, but the random guy in Maculium will know Jafaris. Do you know what I mean?
I see what you're saying.
So it's like and they probably wouldn't relate to his music
Either, yeah.
either, you know. So I think she's just known outside the scene, really, and not necessarily in the scene. Not to take away from her work at all. She's phenomenal. She's doing it well. She's doing a phenomenal work. Continue.
No R&B singles as well.
Effie is cold, but she's not.
She's a star.
Yeah, she's a star.
star,
Effie's a star.
Effie's so. Oh my god.
Like she's like obviously there's still fine tuning here and there, but she's almost ready.
But like,
Yeah,
bro,
yeah,
you know when
she's
she first came out.
Is immaculate.
Yeah, but when she first came out like 2-3 years ago, like properly. From then I was just like, her branding, her click, how she moves is completely unique to her.
Yeah, it's cold.
From jump.
cold.
And now to see her at this level, oh, no, she's actually sick. Yeah. She got everyone singing Christmas songs on stage. Stop playing.
Yeah,
Stop
crazy.
playing.
That's crazy.
Stop playing.
Yeah, what was the question?
I was talking about scene and like what impacts the scene, and we were talking about Denise. So personally,
Yeah, personally, do you know what? This year, I think I had my biggest year of growth.
really,
Yes, biggest year of growth, bro. But I think that's because of some like situations that happened to me this year. That I was like, okay, yeah, I need to like not even that I need to grow. It first forces you to grow. You know, it forces you to look at life slightly differently than you would have before. But yeah, bro, I feel like yes, you know, every year you look at your year like, oh yeah, I'm gonna have a fantastic year, and I believe I have, but also I look at them as achieving goals, but not. Okay, I'll say this all again. For example, next year we have lots of plans for next year, and if we work hard at those things, we'll achieve them.
Yeah.
But does that make my year good? For me, David, for me personally, it just means that I've achieved my goals. But that's not attached to my.
Is achieving a goal a marker for a good year? Is what you're saying?
Yeah.
Oh well.
For some people it is.
Yeah, but for you is.
But for me it isn't. And that's why I encourage people: if achieving your goal is the marker for you for having a good
you
year,
had a good year.
that's a good year.
Yeah.
But for me, I feel like we could do show after show after show after show, sell out. Do these numbers and everything. And I might look at it and be like, well, for the podcast it was a good year, but did Dave have a good year? No.
Maybe not.
Maybe not. Do you know what I mean? So my own metric for that is very, very different. And my metric is now at the start of the year, I looked at, you know, I wanted to grow. I wanted to be like disciplined. I'm better at what a lot of different things. And I realized for the first 6 months, it was calm. I was all right. You know, start the year you're reading your books. Start the year you're not eating chocolate, and then everything just locks up. I think
It's usually, and for me, it's summer that makes me fall off.
summer is a bad time, bro.
It's summer, like first half of summer, I'm just like, I'm still,
Holidays.
yeah, I'm still on my thing, and then you go on a holiday,
Holidays.
and you come back,
When you go on holidays, like there's no routine like that.
yeah, no routine, no rules, everything
Wake
goes,
up whenever you wake up.
bro, and you come back, done.
Done. So I think it was yeah, for me it was the last 6 months that kind of like forced me to grow, and I feel like I needed to, because now going to 2023, yes, I will still do all the things that I have on my list to do, and I will do it by the grace of God. We'll do everything, but it's David that, and also I'm waiting for, like, next year. There's certain things that I'm believing for that David can do. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, all things were listed down, like do a live show. We could all do this. It's not possible by
It's within reach.
It's within reach. There's some things that are not within reach. That
God
will do. And so next year, my metric for next year is, David, did you from your growth in the last half of 2022, did you maintain that? Did you
Did you build on it?
Did you, like, so for example, reading the book is motion, right? Reading the book is like okay, reading the book about being better is motion. So what that means is like
You're not actually taking any action.
Yes, there's no action. So motion is like, oh yeah, do this and you become better, and you have that knowledge.
Yeah.
But action is actually the thing that makes that thing happen.
It's the application of the knowledge that you acquire.
So that's why a lot of people don't understand when they read all those self-help books.
Bro,
You can't just have the knowledge. You have to portray the knowledge and make it.
you gotta do it. You gotta do it. So you can read 12 self-help books next year, every month, and not be better.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So what I've learned in my growth period last 6 months, I'm now trying to action them in the next year. Do you know what I mean? So that would be my metric for, like, David, you did well.
You did well, yeah.
And I'm not trying to do a whole thing of, oh, this next 6 months, this is what I'm doing. No, I'm just trying to do this throughout the years, like David. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I think for me, this year was good with everything that I've done. But I don't think it was a great year for who I've become. Do you get me?
Yeah.
Like, just the same. The first 6 months I was grand. Last 6 months is it's almost like a steady decline. Do you know? Just the loss of routine, trying to get it back, losing it, trying to get it back. That whole stuck in that cycle is kind of my main thing. But I feel like there's been a lot of growth in that. Yeah, for me.
What about you?
It hasn't been a bad year, but it hasn't been a great year. It's like in between. It was one of those years. I feel for next year, like, your mindset has to change.
Has to.
Mindset has to change for next year. Like, even in terms of faith, you have to start, like you said, believing the impossibility.
Yeah.
Because if you don't, it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
And not only believing it, but also taking steps that will make it easier
Action.
for it to come to. So I believe, like, next year, I feel, like I said, we're going to be on
Billboards, yeah.
Billboards, you heard it here first.
Mark the dates. It was me that said it.
Next year we're called Billboard Boys.
Billboard Boys. And if it doesn't happen, just know who to call.
But even like personally as well, like just mindset changing and stuff like that. Just 2023. They say 23 is what, Jordan year.
Jesus, yeah, you heard it here first. It's Jesus here. No, think about it though, because, like, for me, yeah, and there is naturally a motivation at the end of the year for the next year. Do you know what I mean? That's a natural thing. Like,
you see, for me, I don't even think I have that.
Oh,
No, but like my mindset is different. Like, in the sense that, like, it's not like I'm not on a place of I'm sober minded.
yeah.
Do you get me? I'm not running off a high of like, okay, yeah, the year's come to an end. I'm gonna go gym January.
I'm not going to gym January. Just not.
Like,
Just not
I
going.
nearly killed myself in the gym.
Yeah.
Like, was it 2 days ago? I nearly killed myself in the gym, boys. I was doing bench press, yeah. I was saying one more. One more, but there was no one spotting me. So one more wasn't there anymore.
Wasn't there.
I was like this, like, it wasn't like, no, like, I kept calm, yeah. I just said, okay, someone will come and help me soon. I was looking.
Nobody.
And it was like early, so no one was in the gym like that. It was early. I know when you're lying down like this, you can't really see what's in front of you.
Yeah.
So I had to be doing this. I was like, yo, bro. I can't move my hands as well. Yeah. But thankfully, someone saw me.
Yeah.
He said, am I right? Yeah,
I'm not as calm.
I just did too many reps. It's not like I couldn't lift it, I just did too many reps.
Yeah, I see someone like that, but he was mad embarrassed when I picked it up for him. He was like, "Oh yeah, that's right." I was like, yeah, "Bro, you it's okay,
It's okay. But this way you should be embarrassed. Shame yourself here so you can be better outside.
Yeah.
So I'm more very like sober-minded about a lot of things. Like,
So should I tell you where my excitement comes from?
Oh.
And my excitement has come from October. Since October.
after the trip.
No, before the trip.
Okay.
And people that I talk.
When did we go again? Was it October?
Yeah.
Oh, mad.
People I talk to, like some people I mentioned that like I'm planning out next year in October. The reason being was because when you have a season of realization, what we call motion, I was so ready now for my plan of action. Do you know what I mean? So that's why it's hype for me.
Yeah.
Because the last 2 years have been the exact same way you felt. New Year. I was even telling people, New Year is not going to be new you, really. Do you know what I mean? Like,
but mine isn't a negative
I'm
thought.
not saying it was a negative as well. I knew that we had plans for the next year, but I wasn't hyped for the next year. Like, oh, this year is going to be this. I was more so like, what I'm trying to say is when you say like there's going to be a mindset shift, like there has to be a mindset shift before there's any sort of like real sustainable action.
Yeah.
Also, I'm looking at sustainable action. I'm not looking at how to
burst. That's what
burst of motivation,
and that's why I'm not.
looking at-
That's why I'm saying that I'm not motivated like that, because motivation is like you clean your room and you get everything done, and then 2 weeks falling off.
Yeah, it's
I feel there's levels to kind of motivation, because I would say I'm motivated now, but it's not the extreme motivation. Like if I don't do something today, I'm not gonna now follow. I'm just gonna say, okay, I didn't do it today, but next day, I'm gonna get back up and then do the kind of things. So like I get you the motivation. That some people they will wake up, go to gym, go back home, do this, do that. Next day, go gym, go down. The routine. It's good to have a routine, but when it's too much, that it can't be a bit flexible. That's when you go wrong.
Yeah, so that is it, right? So start of 2022.
That's it. I was rigid like that.
What? I'm reading books. I'm flipping. Boy, and as I said, you get to the stage where everything falls off. But what I've done this year before even going into next year is I've realized what I did. What was I doing that was making me fall off? Or what was I doing that was too rigid, that wasn't realistic? And so I've written all those things down. And I've looked at my system and how to sustain this thing. So I'm not going to be in the gym for 2 hours every morning at 6 a.m. I'm not. It's just not going to work for me.
If you can't wake up at 6 a.m. every day, don't.
Don't. That's not going to work.
A few times I think I go, well, don't do it.
My thing is, what works with your schedule? What works with you? I make it easy for yourself at the start. Yeah, I'm okay with making it easy for myself, and I can be consistent with the easy thing.
And then you slightly make it more complex.
Turn into Abbey.
And I think what I've done is I've acquired functional knowledge. The past since like October, I've been just reading very specific stuff and having very specific questions to ask.
Yeah.
For example, like one of the rules I'm even starting to adopt now is like don't miss more than 2 days on anything you want to do.
Yeah.
That's my rule. Like, okay, you want to read every day, that's fine. If you miss one day, it's cool. Read the next day.
Yeah, you
don't miss more than 2.
Don't miss more than
But and that's very functional advice. It's not like read a book and you'll be fine. And like even the way I'm reading now, like you don't have to finish your whole book. Read a chapter in this.
Yeah.
You may find that useful. Apply that. Pick up another book.
Bro, that's why I tell people. That's why I tell people even with the like scriptures. Like people want to read the Bible and they think they have to read Genesis to bro. Broski, take a chapter, and if it's 32 chapters, like even break that up into your month. Even if you just want to start off, and some people could do more, but I'm saying just. When I say 32 chapters, I mean 32 verses maybe. If you want to take a verse a day, what I'm trying to say is don't give yourself something so massive and when you fall off, you fall off.
Yeah.
You fall off. People are trying to pray for 1 hour and then you can't pray for that 1 hour the next day because your day was busy and then you fall off. No, take these things.
Sometimes the goal is not the goal may not be getting to the gym.
Yeah.
The goal should probably be getting out of bed.
Yeah, exactly.
You get me?
True.
Once you get out of bed, what are you doing?
Bro, and like I think and there's one thing as well that I read recently that's really helped me the past few months is like make decisions when you can for your future self
Yeah.
that you don't have to think about. And I'm not talking about 5-10 years down the road. No. I'm saying
Tomorrow.
Yeah. So like, okay, you know you need to get up in the morning. Yeah. Pick out your clothes tonight. So guess what? That's one thing you don't have to think about the next morning.
Tomorrow. Yeah.
Just okay. All you know is okay. Now I have to wake up. The goal is waking up now. After I wake up, I go and bath, wear my clothes. I don't have to think about it, and I'm on my way. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah,
like,
I
that.
think there was something from Atomic Habits that I read. I've read that book like 3 times. Yeah, was really good. It's really good. With a lot of emotion.
You apply it?
That's what I've been doing the last 6 months.
I've been hearing habit stacking. Have I habit stacking?
Habits, but see when
It's
you
amazing.
when you actually do it, boys, things change. And when I started habit stacking properly was when I had my confession. When I built my confession, I realized that the 3 ways to constantly use your confession is by remembrance. So once you just like randomly remember, like say your confession, that's one. The second one was by routine. So after I shower, I bring my iPad with me to the shower after I finish showering, and that happens every day by the grace of God. So you read that thing every day. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but that's because it's stacked beside a usual habit that you never think about. And then the last one
You
was
shower the same time every day?
no, not the same time. I just shower every day. Like yesterday, I showered nighttime.
So
No, I didn't.
that's Friday. That's right. I look at you showered.
Yeah, nighttime. Yeah.
Like, wait, what time?
Like when I got home,
Was
but I
it past
showered.
12 a.m.?
Yeah.
No, that wasn't yesterday. The day before. It was it was like 7 o'clock. But yeah, so that's why I always say like put that action into place and making it easy for yourself. Not always being like very. Yeah.
That's like when you're starting to gym back, don't go and lift on 100 kg on the bench press.
You give up.
At all.
I'm not gonna do it. I tried it. I couldn't do it.
If I go back right now, I've like my arms have gotten bad skinny and stuff like that.
I've lost mass. I know.
But like when I go back, my thing is not. I'm not even boys. I'm not even trying to like. You know the problem is sometimes you go to the gym and you think of like, oh yeah, I'm gonna like, I'm still a big boy. My little brother came home the other day said, I realized how much he played on my ego. He came home the other day. He goes, I lifted 100 kg the other day. I goes, John, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I goes 100.
He bothered you.
I goes, me that I've not been in the gym 6 months. I can go back right now. I lift 100 kg. He goes, hardly. He goes, bro, I'm only 17. I goes, when I was 17, I was smacking out 100 kg.
17, 100 is crazy.
That's
Yeah, it's crazy. 100 at 17 is crazy.
I was upset.
And he probably weighs what, like 70 kg?
Bro, yeah, he's bulking at the moment, but I was upset. Yeah, I was upset. I was jealous.
He sees smiling. He said, "Me too, I can carry it."
Yeah. That's Swahili. Swahili.
So the last story I saw,
150.
Yeah, I saw 150. I said, yeah.
See that kid? Yeah, that kid. I'm not playing with him anymore. I brought him into the gym. I was. Yes, overtaking. But like,
The student has become the master.
bro, my little brother, he was telling me, 100 kg. I got so vexed. As I said, at your age, my body was way better than yours.
So your sister will be lifting 100
Bro, I've got on Facebook pulling up some pictures. Saying, look at my body when it got to me.
Yeah, Facebook.
I was late.
He downloaded the app again.
I was late. I was already late. I was supposed to have left the house like 10 minutes earlier. I opened my laptop, went on Facebook, went to my tags, put photos. Bro, showed him. So yeah, that was my body when I was 17.
All he had to say was, "Is it your body now?" That's all he had to say.
And then he has a video. So then he says, pull up your shirt right beside the picture of my body. And he started recording it. He said, make it just to me. I left the house pissed. I wasn't too happy, but yeah, no. I just have actionable plans, actionable things that I'm going to put in place. That have already been put in place. I'm working on it now. But it's I've realized who David is and how David works. Oh, I've lived with myself for 26 years, so I kind of know how I work now, and I'm just gonna work with that and then develop later because I can't stress myself on looking ripped by the end of 2023. It's not gonna work. No. It's not with my routine. It's not gonna work.
The time required in the gym.
Your diet. It's not in the gym.
Your diet. I'm trying to get rid of things rather than eat a load of new things. I'm trying to just slowly stop eating certain things and replace them with maybe what you said, there's gummy bears.
I'm not gonna even be into them anymore.
That's not good anymore, though.
Yeah,
For your
vitamins and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, but I heard you should just get the vitamins from the source.
Yeah,
that's getting the government.
Bro,
you don't know what other things are in that government.
Bro, I watched. There was this guy on TikTok. Yeah, 60-year-old Ghanaian guy. He doesn't look a day over 40.
Ghanaian.
Yeah. No, but this guy is a former bodybuilder. He owns a gym. He's hench at 60. Like he's the big daddy.
Yeah.
Like big man. And he was just talking about a lot of things that make so much sense. He was just saying, right, you opened up gummy bears. He goes, why are you eating this shit? And he goes, he's now looking at the ingredients. He goes, okay, you looking for vitamin? Okay, he goes, vitamin C. Okay. He now listed off another 20. He goes, what is that?
What's that? Yeah.
Like, what's all that shit? I was like, how do you know if it's gonna work with your body or not? Like,
yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I think people will see that and be like, I'm just gonna go straight to the source and stuff like that.
But it may not be feasible for you.
Yeah, and you may not like the source straight away. Do you know what I mean? You might have to. This is to get you into that place. You know? I'm not gonna be unrealistic and say I'm not gonna eat chocolate. I'm just gonna be eating salads. No, it's not gonna work for me.
You may just limit your chocolate.
I might just limit. I'll say this week I'm only eating chocolate 3 times this week.
Yeah.
Because
3 chocolate bars this week.
Yeah, or 3 chocolate bars this week. I usually eat 7 a week. So I'm eating 3 this week. I'm eating 4 this week.
Yeah.
And then this week, maybe 2 months later, I'm taking 3. I'm just gonna take it down slowly and replace it with some things that are similar but not not the same effect. And then eventually ease myself into the other way. I'm not going to be that. I'm not that guy that says
you're not a cold turkey guy.
I'm not a cold turkey guy at all.
Yeah.
Ease me in.
Anyway, boys, where's your head at? You've been me. Haven't eaten today.
Tori's guilty.
Yeah, it's found guilty.
We forgot that. Tori is guilty.
Found guilty.
Did that surprise you?
I wasn't really investigating the case like that. I didn't really care if it was guilty or. When I saw it, I was just like, "This is what it is."
It surprised me because the way I was seeing it, I thought that maybe because apparently there was no DNA.
Megan lied and stuff like that. So it was good. It looked like it would be in Tori's favor.
Yeah.
But apparently, she got like one of the top lawyers.
Yeah.
This guy represented Jay-Z and
Yeah.
top lawyers. So I don't know now, but Tori, like you're guilty, but you still put out an album, you still put out songs, you did a video.
Do you know? He probably said, let me stack these pieces before I go inside.
I even think that maybe when you're lying like this, you
start to believe
yeah, he probably started to believe it.
And he's probably just saying like, hey, I'm going to try and get everybody on my side, so even if I get thrown in, they still think that there was some foul play. Think about it. Drake came out and flipping said something about Megan Thee Stallion. Flipping, people are saying that they believe Tory, do you know what I mean? And this guy's put out an album. He's tweeting saying that no weapon formed against me shall prosper. And
did you see his dad?
Yeah, his dad is a pastor apparently. He said, "I'm an apostle of God."
Like my thing was always why would she lie that she got shot?
Yeah, no, she definitely got shot.
She say it was you that shot. Like why?
Yeah.
She had nothing to gain from that.
And at the end of the day, for me, I'm like, Tory, listen, go in. I don't know how long he's going to be serving.
He's facing like 22 years.
22 years.
22
22 years.
It's not gonna get. No, I don't think he will get time like that.
Yeah. But yeah, it's looking mad. But yeah, believe black women, boys. Yeah.
There's still niggas online that saying.
Yeah, people are even saying it's a whole like Illuminati thing. Yeah.
Conspiracy kind of thing.
Yeah. Jay-Z, yeah, Rock Nation and Yeah. Listen, anyways.
You only know the truth until you know the truth.
Yeah. Anyways, where's your head at?
I'm hungry.
Your food.
Get food.
That's probably been the most where's your head at response that you've given this year.
Really?
Yeah.
Because I don't eat when I come here.
Yeah, remember when we used to eat?
Yeah.
What about you, brother?
Let's
go, let's get it. Let's go, let's get it. For me, yeah, 2023, what we're believing for miracles is beyond all the great stuff that's going to happen next year. There's still miracles yet to come. And
also, I'm trying to be a content creator like Snow.
Yes.
Yeah, I have to be a content creator.
I need to get a camera though. This phone, I'll just get a new phone.
Is it great? Yeah. I declare a new phone for you in Jesus' name.
No, declare.
Just say amen, bro.
Is that already? That's the real face.
Oh, like you really have it, yeah? You really?
No, like I have it in spirit.
Yeah, just say amen. Anyways, yeah, thank you so much, guys. Hope you have a happy New Year. I hope you had an amazing Christmas as well. And we'll see you on the. When is this out?
31st.
Okay, so this is not out.
Yeah, Happy New Year.
Wait, no, it's out on the 20 something.
Yeah, 28.
Yeah, Happy New Year in advance.
Happy New Year in advance, and we'll see you by the grace of God in the next year.
On the other side.
On the flip side.
All right, love.
Love.